The future really is one of the major solutions for our future water challenge is going to be reuse of water. And there's often a negative connotation to that. People think, oh, toilet to tap. We've heard flush to brush, shower to flower. So a lot of different thoughts. But really the beauty of wastewater reuse is we can actually purify that wastewater way beyond the quality needed for drinking water. And in fact, it's a nice, consistent, high-quality water. People don't have much issue with desalination to be able to take seawater and make drinking water, and actually wastewater is much easier to treat than seawater. But independent of that negative reaction to wastewater reuse, if you think about it, 90% of the world's water is not used for human consumption or for domestic use. So we've got a great opportunity to treat and reuse our wastewater for agricultural irrigation, for industrial uses, for a lot of other uses before we ever get to the point where we have to use it for direct potable water reuse. So today we see a lot of adaptation of reuse water to take the load off of streams and rivers and freshwater supplies to be used in industrial plants. Another great area related to water reuse is this idea of waste to value. How you take a waste stream, don't look at that as a liability anymore. There's a lot of goodies in wastewater, for instance. In a municipal wastewater system, tremendous amount of carbon content which you can convert to energy. So this idea of having a wastewater plant that is carbon neutral or actually generates more power than it consumes, a tremendous opportunity. Phosphorus is a dwindling resource globally, yet there's a lot of phosphorus in waste streams. So there's some cool technologies coming out that are going to be able to selectively remove things like phosphate or metals like copper from a waste stream and be able to process those into a finished product. So we need to stop thinking about a wastewater stream as pure waste and look at that as an asset. Not unlike we've been looking at, if you think about recycled aluminum and plastic and all that used to be a pure waste stream, that's now raw material for other processes. So wastewater in the future will be a raw material for many processes.